Welcome to Project Pro Code Recipes. In this video, we are going to learn on classifying a wine dataset on the basis of tree model, where we are going to use decision tree and extra tree classifier. The second part is classifying it on the basis of boosting model, where we are going to use ADA boost classifier and gradient boosting classifier. And the third, we are going to use LGBM, that is light GBM classifier, categorical boosting classifier, and XGB classifier. So we are going to basically cover this video contain three sections. So these are my three code snippets. I have copied all this code and I have pasted that in my Jupyter notebook. I'll explain to you the code over here as well as run this for you. So first let me clear my kernel. Now let's get started. So boosting models. So what are boosting models? Over here we are going to use boosting model as well as classify as well as decision tree classify sorry as well as bagging models. So I'm going to first explain bagging models. So ensembling models such as decision tree, so basically they average out. So what they do, they train in different iterations, and with each iteration they and in the final iteration they try to average the complete calculation on the complete results of all those iterations. Whereas a boosting model, with each successive iteration it tries to improve the result by not performing the same mistake or by avoiding the errors that has been performed in the previous iterations. So we are going to use XGBoost, that is a tree based boosting model which stands for extreme gradient boosting. It is a derivative of GBR, gradient boosting. XGBoost has a function is very famous and is quite popular as it is extremely fast, as it provides us a feature of n threads in which we can customize XGBoost for faster parallel processing. There is a separate video of using n threads and parallel processing of XGBoost available on our YouTube channel. You can check that out. Along with that, XGBoost also provides us the prevents our data set from being overfitted. Then comes the cat boost, that is categorical boosting classifier. It is generally used for categorical features. For example, your dataset contains all the only values that your dataset contains is the categorical values. Instead of converting each and every of them individually, you can directly use categorical boosting, which is specifically made for which is specifically made for categorical type of datasets. Then comes light GBM. It is also a derivative of GBM, gradient boosting regressor, or gradient boosting model, but it is much lighter as compared to normal GBM, and thus it provides faster calculations, and thus it reduces the time complexity. Now here I am using wine data sets that is preloaded in sklearn. So we are very familiar that it is a multi-class classification problem that contain three classes. Then I have divided it into training and testing, that is x dataset dot data and dataset dot y. Y contains my target feature and x contains my feature matrix. Then I'm performing train test split, so I've split it into training and testing. So this will give me the x underscore train and x and y underscore train. I will use this for training, and x underscore test and y underscore test I will use this for testing. Now model ensemble.adaboost classifier. So I'm using a adaboost 2. So adaboost basically provides us the functionality of using different model and using that and we can use simple, for example decision tree, and combine it with adaboost to convert it into a boosting type of model. So it comes under ensembling types. So you can see from sklearn.ensemble I'm importing adaboost classifier. So you can see different types of imports that I have done. First is ensemble, which will give me my which will give me my gradient boosting and ADA boost. Then comes the tree, which gives me the extra tree regressor and extra tree classifier and the decision tree classifier. Now I'm using XGBoost classifier over here. So verbose is equal to false. Now model dot fit x train y train print model. This will print all the default values or all the default yes, it will print me all the default parameter values of the model. Now expected y underscore test predicted underscore y model dot predict. This will give me so model underscore predicted underscore y is the predictions of all the test data set, and expected underscore y is the actual value. Now I'm using matrices dot classification report, so this will give me the classification report, and matrices dot confusion matrix, this will print the confusion matrix for me. So I'm basically this part of the code is going to be same for each and every model. The only thing I'm doing in this in this video is I'm changing the models. So now I imported categorical boosting classifier. You can see the code remains the same, that is training, testing and predicted and all those. Now LGBM, I'm doing the same thing for that. Then I'm using decision tree classifier, so a tree based classifier, and extra tree classifier. So extra tree doesn't means extra tree. Extra tree is also a type of random forest. The only thing is it helps us, it provides us with a feature of parallel processing. That is, it contains a parameter named n jobs. So you are maybe you are familiar with n jobs. So if we put n jobs is equal to 5, now this means it can do 5 parallel processing at the same time. If we put n jobs is equal to -1, this means this tells my model to do the maximum number of parallel processing simultaneously it can do. So if it can do 8 parallel processing, it will do 8 parallel processings. So the only difference is of the feature of parallel processing. So you can see I have written the final code and I'm going to run that. Now these are just the iterations for my XGBoost. Now class 0, so these are my precision, this is my classification report, weighted average and all those, and this is my final classification matrix. So XGBoost performs equally good on each and every model, sorry, each and every class. Now this is the final output of my ADA boost. So ADA, you can see ADA boost, for ADA boost the second and third, it is able to perform the second and third class, and it gives me this result. It is able to perform pretty well on the second and third class. It has predicted all the accuracy, it has predicted all the values equally good. That is, it hasn't made any mistake. For class 1 it has predicted all the correct values as class 1, and for class 2 it has done the same. Now categorical boosting, so this is the result of categorical boosting. Now comes the LGBM. So this is the result of LGBM. So you can see the best performance is by LGBM, and it performs equally good. It performs well because it is a very simple model as well as it is light. So simple model generally tend to perform pretty well when there is very few data points. So it contains very few data points. You can see this is my data point for testing part, and for I'm training on basically 170 or 180 data points only. Now for decision tree, this is the score of my decision tree. It has performed equally good as LGBM. So basically this is a general notion that the fewer the data points are, the simpler the model you should pick up. Now the worst performance is given by extreme tree, sorry, extra tree classifier. So this was all about codes in this video. For more code recipes like this, you can visit our web page or our YouTube channel. You can also get much of the relevant industry relevant project on our websites. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe button, and the URL for the code of this video is available in the description below. Thank you.